My mom only had one eye. I hated her. She was such an embarrassment. My mom helped clean the school. She collected cans and bottles, anything for the money we needed. She was such an embarrassment. There was this one day during elementary school, I'll remember as recess, and my mom came. I was so embarrassed. How could she do this to me? I threw her a hateful look and ran away. The next day at school, your mom only has one eye? And they taunted me. I wish that my mom would just disappear from this world. So I said to my mom, Mom, why don't you have your other eye? You're only going to make me a laughingstock. Why don't you just die? My mom did not respond, but I guess I felt a little bad. But at the same time, it felt good to have said what I wanted to say all this time. Maybe it's because my mom hadn't punished me, but I didn't think that I had hurt her feelings very badly. That night, I woke up and went to the kitchen to get a glass of water. My mom was crying there so quietly, as if she was afraid to wake me up. I took a look at her and then turned away. Because of the thing I had said to her earlier, there was something pinching me in the corner of my heart. Even so, I hated my mother, who was crying out of her one eye. So I told myself that I would grow up and become successful, because I hated my one-eyed mother and being poor.
As the years went by, I earned a scholarship and got accepted to college. I left my mother, moved out of state, gained confidence in myself, and focused on my studies. I made new friends. I learned many things, and most important, I left my past behind. After earning my degree and working for a few years, I got married. I bought a house of my own, then I had kids too. Now I'm living happily as a successful man. I like it here because it doesn't remind me of my mom. This happiness was getting bigger and bigger. Then one day, someone came to visit me. I thought to myself, what? Who's this? It was my mother, still with her one eye. I felt like the whole sky was falling apart on me. My little boy ran away scared of my mother's one eye, and I asked her, who are you? I don't know you. As if I tried to make that real, I screamed at her, how dare you come to my house and scare my son? Get out of here, now. And to this, my mother quietly answered, oh, I'm sorry. I may have gotten the wrong address. And she disappeared. Thank God she didn't recognize me. I was quite relieved. I told myself that I wasn't going to care or think about this for the rest of my life. A couple months passed. Then a wave of relief came upon me. One day a letter regarding a school reunion came to my house. I lied to my wife saying that I was going on a business trip. After the reunion, I went down to the old shack, which I used to call a home, just out of curiosity. I knocked on the door, and someone came out that I didn't know. I asked her, what happened to the old lady, my mother, that used to live here? She replied that my mother donated the home to the church, and that my mother had passed away a couple weeks ago. But I didn't even shed a single tear. She gave me an envelope. Inside it was a letter to me from my mother. She wrote,
My son, I think my life has been long enough now. I think of you all the time. I'm sorry that I came to your home and scared your children. I was so glad when I heard you were coming for the reunion, but I may not be able to even get out of bed to see you. I'm sorry that I was a constant embarrassment to you when you were growing up. You see, when you were very little, you got into an accident and lost your eye. As a mother, I couldn't stand watching you having to grow up with one eye, so I gave you mine. I was so proud of my son who was seeing a whole new world for me in my place with that eye. With my love to you, I miss you so much. I love you. You mean the world to me.